I have to give in with AP to win my wife back. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. We have been together for 9 years, and married for 2 of them. We have a little boy and one on the way. It has been a roller coaster of highs and lows, but over the last 2 years, it has been a pretty bad low. Over the course of late 2019, 2020, and 2021, I have been severely depressed. I kind of ignored the problems, because I never thought it would happen to me. I noticed I wouldn't be motivated to shower, and I had an overeating problem. During this time, I was neglecting my wife. I gave her little affection, attention, and the care she deserved. I felt like a husk in denial. She was the breadwinner, and it bothered us both. It didn't help that I was bouncing through job after job, due to pandemic. She felt like she was contributing more than I was in every aspect of our lives. She was right. I was just tired all the time and only felt real joy when I was eating. 2 months ago, she gave me a list of what she needed for this marriage to work. 1. Go to the doctor and discuss depression. 2. She needed better financial stability. 3. More affection. After 2 weeks of fear and procrastination, my doctor's appointment was made and completed. I got diagnosed with major depressive disorder and was placed on medication. I also got this great new job that doubled the amount of money I was bringing home. After 3 days on my medication, it happened. She works 3rd shift. During the day, she sleeps in a dark room. My dog was scratching at the door to get in, so I walked up to open the door. When I did, I saw she was texting someone. When she saw me, she started to close her apps and back out of things. I asked her who she was texting and reached for her phone. Her reaction was to rip her phone away and scream "Get off" at me. I was mad, so I took the dog out. That gave her plenty of time to delete everything. We fought. I didn't want to talk or look at her. She went to work 2 hours later and just let me have it over text. Told me that she wasn't happy and hasn't been happy. Told me that what she needed, I wasn't providing her. Told me that she wanted space. I was sick. I threw up several times that night. Hysterical crying, panic, and jealousy ripped through me. I don't know what came over me other than a desire to snoop. Her MacBook was connected to her iPhone, so I opened it up. The messages were not synced. Her call list and her notebook were synced though. I saw that she was talking to her old coworker on the way into work every day for a week. I'll get to him in a minute. I also read some notes. Some of the most concerning was a note to me. Most of it was talking about how she felt trapped, and how I haven't been the same person. She had been aware of my depression, she just didn't care because it had been going on so long before I got help. But she said this: someone else has made me feel what you once made me feel. Someone else is telling me I'm worthy of happiness. Someone else is making me smile and laugh. Someone else is giving me what I need. This someone has brought to light all that I've been craving. Sweetness. Genuine interest. Genuine care. She also had a note of questions to ask him. Are Eskimo kisses okay? Is spontaneous sex okay? How should I let you know I'm in the mood? Do you enjoy double dates? It was too much. I stayed up all night crying. She came home from work after her shift, and I cried on her while she sat stone-faced. I went to work sobbing and acted normal through the day. I got home, and she wanted to go to her parents to clear her head. I hated it. She didn't want to talk, she just wanted space, but I really needed to talk. She ended up going to her friends for the night. I tracked her just to make sure that was where she went. The next day we had a long talk. She told me she was pregnant with our 2nd child. After a lot of talking, she decided that she would give my depression medication time to work and to see where things would go. When we talk about it, she just keeps bringing up how unhappy she was even though I was depressed and took the steps she asked me to take for our marriage. Now about the other guy. They were co-workers. He is a traveling technician, so they only worked together for a few months. During this time, she talked about him more and more. He is a highly functioning autistic man who has no real friends or anyone to talk to. My wife liked him enough to want to be his friend. I had absolutely no problem with it. She spent 2 hours doodling his name, and I didn't care because I trusted her. Since then, they talked about our marital problems, and about how depressed she was. She helped him with his problems and he helped her. Just all of this behind my back. This is another major problem on why it is my fault. I have a kink of wanting to have a threesome with my wife and another man. Strictly her and him with me on the other end. That's all I will say about the kink. Before this all happened, during sex, I would ask who she would want to do it with, and she brought him up. Awesome. I wanted to see where it would go, so I told her to talk to him about it. I just wanted transparency and to be a part of the conversation. With that being said, that's not what happened. She sent him a butt picture and didn't tell me his reaction. She became emotionally involved with him and started to hide it. It isn't what we discussed, and it crossed a line. I get it. You can't create a monster and then get mad when they destroy a couple houses. It just hurt. Since all of this happened, I have been on my medication for a month, and feel night and day better. She has told me numerous times that she sees the improvement and is happy. Now that I am on the right path and am feeling genuine joy again, I can see where I was really neglectful all those years. The only problem we have at this point is that she still talks to him. She plays games online with him, but she tells me every time and doesn't try to hide it. She also still talks to him about life and things. She says that he is suicidal and is just hurting, so she doesn't want to just cut out her good friend just because of all of this, even though I have made it clear that it hurts me and makes me jealous and paranoid. We have been good for the last 2 weeks. Affectionate. We hold hands and have crazy good sex. She flirts with me over text. She knows about how I tracked her and turned off her tracking on both Snapchat and Find My iPhone. She also disconnected her MacBook from her phone so I couldn't check anymore. She wants privacy and trust again. It's just hard sometimes. Anyway, that's it. I did my best to give both sides of the problem. I'm sorry it is a wall of text. Thank you for reading it. I know my mistakes. I am trying to do better. Update. I took what everyone said on here to heart. Thank you all for just taking the time to discuss it. Last night, she was falling asleep in our love sack, so I decided to move into the bedroom and get our son down for the night. She woke up to tell me that she wanted to play games on her Switch and she was going to stay awake longer. She came in the room and helped me get the baby ready for bed. When I finally got in bed, I told her that I was afraid and sad about everything that happened. All she said to me was okay. Good night. That's when I got on here finally and saw all of the replies. After reading it all, I decided to set my alarm for 1 hour to make sure that if she was talking to him, there would be evidence and I would demand to see her phone. After the hour, I came out and she was asleep in the love sack again. The first thing she told me when she saw me was that she was trying to come up with a D&D character and fell asleep. We have never been into Dungeons and Dragons, so I knew immediately that she was only doing it because she was talking to him. Keep in mind that she was talking to him openly in front of me, and I knew it, but still. It was enough to set me off. I demanded to see her phone. She would not let me have it. She opened the web browser to show me her D&D research and then I grabbed her phone. She let me see their text thread. She deleted all previous messages from him, and when I asked why, she said it was because she always kept her text threads tidy. I opened her friend's text thread, and it went back a long time, so that was a lie. I went to open Snapchat, and then she screamed at me and jumped at me. She got the phone out of my hands and locked it. I got it back after a while of talking and crying. I saw that she changed her passcode, so I threw her phone into the love sack and started packing. I told her that she can't talk to him anymore. I told her that she couldn't maintain a relationship with him. She broke down crying because she didn't want to lose me, or her best friend. I felt bad, but I was firm. After fighting, and crying, and sobbing, she had a panic attack. I put her in bed and calmed her down. I told her we would try to work things out. This morning, I wanted to talk again, but she wanted to go to her friend's house to have some fun before her work week started. She told me that she didn't want me to see the Snapchats because this dude was her best friend on there and they had a streak going. Then she said that she had messages saved in their chat that she wasn't ready to share with me at that moment. She told me he said he liked her eyes and her smile, so she saved the message. And she said she had a message where he said that he wished she wasn't married. She also said that she confides in her girl buddies about our relationship and she didn't want me to see it. We fought again, and she went to her friends. She shared her location to the place in good faith, but she stopped sharing it when she got there. I don't know what to do at this point. I want to see a marriage counselor before I pack my bags, but that won't be for almost 2 weeks. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.